You know the feeling. A project is failing, a relationship is draining you, an investment is underwater, but walking away feels impossible. Not because the future looks good, because the past feels too expensive to waste. That pressure has a name, the sunk cost fallacy. Continuing can look responsible while leaving looks impulsive, but appearance is not evidence about future value. A sunk cost is something you have already spent and cannot recover. Time, money, effort, reputation, emotional energy. It matters as history, but it should not decide the next move. The next move should depend on what happens from here. The fallacy starts when your brain asks the wrong question. How do I justify what I already paid? The better question is colder, but cleaner. If I were choosing today, with no past to defend, would I choose this again? That question stops the defense of your earlier self and puts today's options on one starting line. Quitting does not only feel like losing the money or the time. It feels like losing your story about yourself. I am committed. I am loyal. I finish what I start. So the brain protects the identity, even when the plan has stopped making sense. In relationships, sunk cost often sounds like this. We have been together for 5 years. But 5 years is not a reason to spend 5 more. The real question is whether the relationship you are choosing now can become healthy from now. History may justify a serious repair attempt, but it cannot prove that repair is possible or mutual. In projects, it sounds like, we are almost done. But almost done can be a mirage. If the last 10% takes another year, burns the team out, and produces something nobody needs, the finish line is not proof that continuing is smart. Completion matters only when the finished result is worth the remaining cost, not because the finish line is close. In investing, the trap sounds like, I will sell when I break even. But the market does not know your entry price. Holding only to erase embarrassment is not a strategy. The question is whether this is still the best place for future risk. Your entry price explains your feelings, not today's opportunity. Compare realistic alternatives instead of negotiating with your pride. The emotional engine is waste aversion. Humans hate seeing effort turn into nothing, so we try to rescue the old effort by adding new effort, but some costs cannot be rescued. They can only be learned from. Learning changes what the loss means without pretending the resources will return. The lesson must change your next decision. Then escalation of commitment takes over. Every extra dollar, hour, or apology becomes a new reason to continue. The trap compounds. You are no longer deciding whether the choice is good. You are defending all the previous choices. Public promises make this stronger. Changing course can feel more expensive when other people have watched your commitment. A clean test is to separate 2 columns. Past costs go in the history column. Future costs and future benefits go in the decision column. You can respect the history without letting it vote on the next decision. Another test. Imagine you woke up today with no history attached. No public promise. No old receipt. No fear of looking foolish. Would you enter this situation now? If the answer is no, the past may be holding the pen. You are not asking whether leaving feels comfortable. You are asking whether a neutral newcomer would accept the same future deal. The best time to fight sunk cost is before you are trapped. Set exit rules while you are calm. If this project misses 3 milestones, we pause. If this relationship stays unsafe, we leave. If the thesis breaks, we reassess. Good exit rules name the evidence, timing, and reviewer. Vague rules become easy to reinterpret after emotions rise. This does not mean quitting is always wise. Sometimes staying is rational. The future benefit is real, the cost is contained, the problem is improving, and you would choose it again today. The fallacy is not commitment. The fallacy is commitment to a dead reason. Strong commitment survives a fresh evaluation because its future case remains good. It does not need yesterday's sacrifice. Walking away does not burn the past. It stops the past from burning the future. The time taught you something. The money bought information. The effort revealed reality. The mistake is not leaving. The mistake is paying again for evidence you already have. You can carry the lesson without carrying the obligation. Closing one path returns resources to choices that still deserve them.